Hey guys, welcome to another video from Historic Militaria. Today we're going to be looking at the Japanese Type 97 hand grenade. Now, just obviously on first glance, you can tell this is going to be a defensive grenade. This is a heavy cast iron body with your typical serrations. So when you throw this, you're going to want to take cover. It's going to throw cast iron fragments a long way. This is the standard grenade that the Japanese soldiers would have used during World War II, which was most commonly encountered by Americans in the Pacific Theater, as well as other Allied forces. It's a pretty straightforward grenade to use, nothing too crazy about it. You pull the string, which is attached to this pin. Right here, you just pull that out, discard that. This brass cap will then fall off pretty easily, and then you would just take the top of this and you'd bash it on any convenient hard surface. Usually that would be a rifle butt, a rock, your boot heel, or your helmet. And once you did that, it overcame a creep spring inside of the detonation chain, which would then start your sequence, which would be about a 4 to 5 second delay, which was definitely different from earlier, like the Type 91, which we see right here. It was different than the earlier Japanese grenades in that it was substantially shorter. So 4 to 5 seconds versus about 7 to 8 seconds for earlier Japanese grenades. So a little bit of retraining for Japanese soldiers who are used to having that longer delay, and possibly a surprise at first to some of the recipients who were used to maybe picking up a Japanese grenade and throwing it back. However, in practice, I must say that Japanese grenade manufacturing in World War II was not the best. Quality control could be a little bit lacking, or a lot of lacking sometimes. So these tended to be rather finicky and never really knew when it was going to detonate necessarily. But they did work, and that's what the Japanese were armed with, so they made them work. The difference between the Type 97 and the earlier Type 91, which is almost identical to it, is certainly this works in the same way, is that you'll notice on the Type 91 there is an area here for attaching something like the plate or the little base part here, which allowed it to be used in the Type 89 grenade launcher or grenade projector or the knee mortar. Whereas your Type 97 does not have that. Your Type 97 is just solid. This was only to be used as a standard hand-thrown grenade, not a rifle grenade, not a ammunition for your knee mortar. That's all you did with it. You had it and you threw it. And this has the typical red markings on the top for a high explosive grenade, with the black body, which would have been typical for Japanese grenades in World War II. Obviously, this is an empty example, but these are fairly uncommon today. You do run across them, but ones that have all the nice little, the pin and the string and everything are becoming a little bit unusual. So if you're interested in collecting these, I definitely urge you to find a nice example while they're still around. These continued in use after World War II up through Korea, and even, I believe, some were used in the early parts of the Vietnam War potentially, where they had been left by retreating Japanese soldiers after World War II, and by that time they were even potentially more unstable than during World War II. So I think by the 50s and 60s, who knows what they might have been like after being stored in a humid Southeast Asian or Pacific climate. But as always, remember to like and subscribe if you're interested in videos about all kinds of interesting militaria. And thank you for watching.